It's just one of those days.
I do miss that trend. Whenever we'd start telling a story, we would play awful copyrighted music.
Oh God. Well, have we said enough usable bullshit to start this movie?
Probably not.
Okay.
Man,
Had any good farts lately? I don't know.
Something went wrong with my bowels Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh man.
yee.
And I did, in fact, have the most rancid farts that I have ever had while working from home in this small office, like without
It
a
still
window.
smells. Oh man.
The only air is the vent that blows directly on me.
That's worse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because it all goes right back through.
Yeah, there was like nothing to take the air out. So like,
you were recycling.
yeah.
You were the
So like,
human
I
air
had
filter.
3 candles lit while dealing with my own ass.
And then the room exploded.
I honestly was afraid with the smell that I was actually going to light myself on fire, but I'm like, I got to do something.
Well,
Either burn to a crisp or light a candle. I don't care which at this point.
I'm glad you survived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Kohaku was like, I came out of the office after a while. Like, I've had all these going because I don't want to risk anything else coming out of my ass that I want to smell.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I think she thought I like snuck in some drugs or something. She just
All
had
those
this
times
look like,
do that,
what's going on in there? Like, I got ass issues, excuse me.
Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, and I looked the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you.
Hey, Internet.
I'd rather be
Our satellites don't like each other. Sputnik is pissed off at the Hubble, and the Weird Highway 47, we're going to have to referee this conflict. It's the War of the Satellites. I'm Shaggy B, and with me is Scrodrick.
Oh, see, I got caught off guard because our stalwart Draco Funk is not here.
Yeah, we stalled long enough for that wart. I got nothing. But also here, and probably not covered in warts, he wasn't the last time I saw him, is Vomit.
I am not at liberty to discuss my warts.
That's fair enough. If you need some liquid nitrogen, I know a guy, but that doesn't matter right now because we're watching War of the Satellites, and Vomit's going to tell us all about it.
War of the Satellites was first released May 18th, 1958, and has an IMDb score of 5.1.
Wow.
It has
So that-
no tomatometer.
Fair.
Nobody has watched this since 1958.
I mean, no, like there was one review from a critic, and it has an audience score. You want to take a guess?
7.
3.
12%.
Oh.
But what's really funny to me is Unknown World. I did a big bit with Draco Funk about making him guess the audience score, and it was 7%.
Nice.
So the fact that you went there first made me like, wait, you didn't? Okay.
This would have been like you know, based on that date. I mean, this would have been like really topical. I mean, this would have been a few months after Sputnik. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they launched Sputnik, and then some guy, you know, went, I know, we got to make a picture about this. And then,
Yeah,
you
some
know,
Roger Corman.
yeah, that's the guy
Yeah.
who actually did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's figure out what that looks like. Somehow, though, I don't know how to watch it. Help me, Scrodrick.
Click on this video, like that you're already watching, and it
Yeah.
should be there. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we're going to do a countdown anyway, and then you can find this, and then we'll try to do some sort of things to give you an indication of where we're at in the movie in case you have your own pristine copy, like the director's cut on Blu-ray that's been remastered and colorized.
Did you just
And
did you just suggest that Shaggy be Spaceballs style watch this with us?
Yeah.
post your own commentary tracks for this commentary track.
I'll upload
And
it.
then-
Go
We'll keep adding them until it's just a cacophony of people talking over each other.
I'm going to create a channel called Highway 47 Bootlegs where I just hold up my phone to my computer screen and then play our commentaries and record it on my phone camera, and then I'm going to upload that.
And talk about it the whole time.
I could do it on TikTok, and then we'd get like a gazillion followers, and they'd all be like 13.
Ah,
I
yeah,
think.
that's how TikTok works.
I don't TikTok. I don't know. I'm old.
Me neither.
I don't know. I don't know.
Old.
I don't know things anymore, guys.
So load up your TikTok and go to War of the Satellites account, and you can watch this in 78 parts.
Yeah. As shot from a pixel.
Yeah.
And
From-
isn't Susan Cabot the Wasp Woman?
That's a good question.
Yes.
I think so, because we were talking about this after we watched Wasp Woman of whatever. Or
Yes, she was
So
she
what?
was in the Wasp Woman.
okay, so she was the one that was murdered by her kid in like the 80s or something.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And Dick Miller is everybody's favorite grouchy
Dick.
policeman / cop / garbage man / blue collar whatever in every 80s and 90s movie.
Well, good thing this is the 50s when he had to work for his money.
Yeah, really.
Nope,
Well, I'm ready to be beeped at by a Russian ball covered in antennas. Are you?
time's up. Let's do this.
All right. This is War of the Satellites, and we're starting it together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
A true Allied Artists Pictures Corporation presents War of the Satellites. Copyright MTML VII. Something like that.
Like that's
That was it. Yeah,
this is like the
MCM.
first public domain film we've watched in a while that had something before the title of the film.
I kind of dig this, like, mid-century modern random shapes kind of thing.
Yeah, like this is already more interesting than it should be.
Okay, that's the Google
Just
Assistant.
whoever did the soundtrack, like they put in some work.
Yeah.
Philip
Wonder if it was-
Benton.
At least for this part. All of its characters from Institution something.
Yeah.
Jack Raven. Rack Jane. Bam.
Walter Green. Okay,
Walter
yeah.
Green.
Bam. Bass. Oh.
Ooh, nice parallax effect. Those two stars are much closer than the other ones.
Uh-huh. Ooh.
It's Spike Sputnik. Oh,
Coming right for us.
that's a widescreen.
Yeah.
How much longer?
Very soon now.
Why do we watch? Patience, Mr. Lemoyne. We must give
This is
the
the
doctor the
third
benefit
line in
of
the
every
movie. You're
doubt.
already asking me why I'm watching it.
And
Come
you
on.
must admit that we have
Have a little
not
more
that
faith
up
in
to
yourself,
now.
dude.
Yes, Mr. Naka. I must admit that.
Let me see now. This
I
is
think we need to
9
cut that
times
"Why do we
$500
watch" and just
million.
place it at the end of all of our
This will
movies
make
from now on.
I think so.
It's still in its orbit, Mr. Arcot.
For the moment.
What the hell is with that tie?
Miss Carrington, what is your opinion?
You were.
There she is.
I correlate observed data, Mr. Arcot. I make no predictions.
Well, I make a prediction. All those men in that satellite will die, as have all the others.
Mr. Optimism there.
Your
Really?
project comes to an end.
Let's remake this movie. I think that is the perfect part for Draco Funky.
I think so, yeah. Oh,
There it is, the barrier. It's forming again. Get through it. Get through it.
So there's some sort of energy barrier thing.
Is it a space amoeba?
There's people on the satellite that will die if they don't penetrate
The space
black-
plastic?
Yeah.
The Earth's saran wrap?
This is the second movie in a row that we've watched with a giant space anus.
Which I had exploding space anus?
Well,
I had one of those on Wednesday.
That's what that's what you were saying.
I am truly sorry, Dr. Van Ponder.
I should have saved them.
Susan Cabot just looked away when
What
it
is
happened.
that
It's like, oh, back to
destroys
writing.
every manned satellite we launch?
Gotta correlate this.
I don't know. I just don't know.
And yet
Me
you
neither.
propose to follow this 10th failure with another attempt, using more of your volunteers?
Yeah, they're Russians, so
We
who
got
cares?
like 6 billion of
No
them.
matter how many times.
Yeah, if they
we
just
fail,
keep
Mr.
throwing
Lockhart,
bodies at it, eventually the
We'll continue
killbots will
until
shut
we
down,
succeed.
right?
Yeah, I mean,
Human
that's
beings
how
are not
the army
guinea
does
pigs.
things.
I warn you, Doctor. I shall fight you on the floor of the council all the way. We've seen enough.
What is that device on the left there with the lights at the top of that cabinet that's also got lights?
Interocitor.
Oh, okay.
That's what I wanted to say. Oh, hey.
Oh, well.
Oh, we'll have some War of the Satellites.
Yeah, but I'm getting warmer every second.
So we're gonna see
Yeah,
the third
I'll get
anus.
the arrangement.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
All
Too
three of
many
hers.
violins. Change the station. Maybe we can get somebody else's disc.
All right. Don't move. I'll be right back.
Gotta go take a dump in the woods.
A shooting star?
Oh, darling, you're so romantic. Make a wish.
That's no shooting star.
Ring-a-ding don't, lady.
Can't be star.
Oh, so romantic, I'm gonna claw your eyes out. You know?
Wow, something's
Romance in the
different
50s.
around here.
Yes, and it's my top.
They're acting like they're high
I
as
really am scared.
I hope they
Probably
are.
are.
Oh, well, oh. Dang.
Did you hear something?
Yeah, my elastic just snapped.
No, besides that, idiot. Go see what it is. Well, go ahead. Well, you're not scared, are you?
Okay, he is wearing pants. That's good.
well, for now.
War of the Satellites. Brought to you without pants and fabulous Draco Funk vision.
Oh, good, a missile.
You know what's really amazing is how that thing exploded so huge and didn't damage any of those trees. Like there's still like leaves on them.
Well, in the in the 50s, there weren't any sort of disasters or anything.
That's a good point.
Like the planet just absorbed all the impact of it. But it was back in the day when it would just absorb it and you couldn't see evidence of it.
Right.
Nowadays, just things get wrecked.
But, okay, there's a crater from this angle.
Huh.
Oh, well, now he's sterile.
Stand there. Who's the three-letter man around here?
Now she's sterile.
Nah, she doesn't know how to grip a shaft. He didn't have time to teach her in the car.
Atlassianum, Unitum, Planetae.
What? Did he just summon a tight-waist woman? That's the weirdest wizard I ever saw.
Nations of the third planet of minor luminary Sol, called by the inhabitants thereof the Earth. Attention. We,
Go
the
fuck
masters
yourself.
of the spiral nebula Ghana, have been observing your actions. Understand, Earthlings, that we look with disfavor upon your persistent efforts to depart from your own planet and infest other areas of the universe. We have therefore set up quarantine measures
So
to
somehow
ensure
teenagers
that
in the
this
woods got this
contamination
message to
shall
the
not be
UN
allowed to
and it was taken
spread. We shall
seriously.
frustrate
Okay.
every attempt in
Well,
the future
I guess,
as we
I mean,
have
that
those in
kid
the
studied
past.
Latin in school
Knowing
back
that
then, I
Earthlings
guess.
are
That's how we
equipped
knew
with
it.
rudimentary reflex-type intelligence.
Because,
We
you
are
know,
taking
Latin
this
is the
means of
space
conveying
language.
our command that all such
The
efforts
universal
to expand
language.
and depart from the
Yes.
infected planet Earth shall from this moment be stopped.
Mr. President. Mr. President. Mr. President. Mr. President.
Mr.
President.
President.
Recognizes the honorable member from the United States.
President Eit Dwisenhour.
President Ait.
Mr. President.
Yeah.
Honorable delegates to the General Assembly.
In our remake, we
I
need
speak
Snoop
for all
Dogg.
men everywhere when
Yeah.
I say that this alien intelligence is wrong.
I would
What's up with that guy?
That man cannot
We'll
be
have to pay half the
used as a
budget to him,
disease or as a
so,
that infects
you know.
our planet.
This guy is
Our
like
hopes are
a middle ground
aspirations
between
lead us to the
Nixon and
stars.
Reagan.
And no other race has the right to
He's like
judge us
right in
or
the middle.
to deny us that.
He's got all the charisma of Nixon and all of the fuck this guy of Reagan.
Yeah, and he has the sort of
Gentlemen, ladies.
Yeah.
voice, yeah.
Now, I'd be a little less than frank with you if I didn't admit that whatever I might say is only an opinion.
Well, Doctor, why was this message in Latin?
Does it mean an end to Project Sigma?
Hey, you're asking the right
Message
questions.
was in Latin causes me to believe it's
As
a
they
hoax.
seeded intelligence on Earth
There are
in the
those who would like
distant
to see our
past.
rocket program.
Yeah, okay.
It's their
However,
space language.
As for Project
So they
Sigma,
they abducted
it
all
most
the
assuredly will
Etruscans. That's why we can't understand their language.
And the
You think you'll get a
Atlanteans.
crew?
Yes.
well, there's an old saying.
They are the
If you just want
Atlanteans.
something, send someone
Space
for it.
Atlanteans.
But if you really want it, go yourself. Then you go up yourself?
Lockhart calls it a suicide mission.
No, I
won't
mean,
ask anyone to take a risk I
stick it
wouldn't
up
take
yourself.
myself.
As in, shove your
I mean, be
fucking
captain of my
notebook
own
up your
ship.
ass and leave.
Captain your own ship.
Isn't this very dangerous, sir?
And now, gentlemen and ladies, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment with some components.
I have an appointment with space.
Grab your rifle.
I'm going with him.
Well, I guess that makes me a volunteer.
Excuse me, I have an appointment with space.
Yep. Excuse me, I have an appointment to go to the 3,000 Mile High
Really
Club.
started something this time, Doctor. I think you're right.
Man, it's weird seeing
thank
that
you.
dude, like, young.
But I'm not at all certain
Yeah,
I am
really.
right. But if this thing is a hoax and you can prove it, I didn't say I could prove it, Dave. I said there was evidence. Unfortunately, there's just as much evidence the other way. Like what? Well, ever since the capsule landed, we've been working on it. The metal container itself defies analysis. It's harder than anything we've yet been able to devise. And it has a fantastic thermal resistance.
I didn't even realize he died in 2019.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And consider the
I didn't know
method
that
of
either.
communication.
Yep, Dick Miller died in 2019.
That sucks.
Telepathically geared to the human mind.
Who else is gonna play a
Thinks the word
like
message,
janitor,
and it appears.
like
Stop
a
thinking
surly
and it goes
janitor?
blank
Who are we gonna
again.
get for that?
Curious
gonna be like
about
I
Rain
mean,
Wilson
there
or
was the episode
something.
of Deep Space Nine we watched about
Once it
the
was understood
Bell
throughout the
riots.
civilized
He was
world.
like the
Yeah.
one
Still is.
cop in that.
Well, the
Like,
whole thing is still a
like he
little
was
hard to swallow.
f***ing good.
He is good. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he's perfect.
Not so many
Like
years back.
But it's just weird seeing him not old and grumpy.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I haven't been paying attention enough to see how grumpy he is here.
No, he just smiled.
Yeah, what?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Spanish.
Was it a surly smile or sarcastic?
I was going with like I was thinking like rye.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Yeah.
Just before all the hope was grinded out of him.
Yeah.
No, but like still, he was great.
He was. Yeah. I always like seeing him and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing there's a walking bass underneath this orchestra. Montage by headline. For when you really have no budget. We've built Pac-Man, sir.
Gotta smoke more.
I've calculated the figures for the Doppler effect.
Oh
at
man,
the
he must
speeds
be
we'll
way
traveling.
more important now. He's got 3
I want the
phones.
figures all the way up to the speed of light. We can't put the solar reactors through a full test here on Earth.
One is for local, one is
They
for
reach
long
optimum
distance, and the other one is just in case.
The other one is for space.
Forever on that landline.
Yeah.
Space phone. Oh, the Atlanteans are calling.
Dr. Van Ponder's office. Mr. Hotchkiss.
It's for you in your office.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's Arcad and his crowd, Van. They're reviving the whole
It's Nick
suicide issue
Reagan.
in the council. They're beginning to play it pretty rough. You better get down here in a hurry.
I'll get there as fast as I can. I have to be at the United Nations Extend this series and I'll check it tomorrow.
I hope he's on the right continent, though. This car ain't gonna get there.
Nope. Good thing the road's straight.
Yeah. His power steering seems to be out.
Oh God! That was the War of the Worlds laser noise.
It was, yeah. Oh no, he navigated the road perfectly! Ah! Driving is so hard!
Oh no, power steering!
Oh, still in the lane! Oh,
Car without power steering for like a year. It was about like this near the end, including the light from the sky.
Don't like pull over anything. Oh no! Meanwhile, at the monolith next to the
Meanwhile, at the smoking monolith before Hydra came.
they put the coal plant right next to the United Nations headquarters. Yeah, it was the 50s.
That really would make things better nowadays if they did that.
Something greater than money is at stake. The lives of the fine young people who have been deceived into believing they would travel into outer space.
My God, this is paper.
I apologize to the honorable delegate for interrupting, but his speech is no longer necessary. Dr. Van Ponder, without whom Project Sigma cannot proceed. Dr. Van Ponder was killed in an automobile accident while
He went, oh, Dr. Van Yonder.
Dr. Van Plummet.
Mr. President, I extend my condolences to the delegate from the United States.
But now there can be no further reason to delay passage of my motion to suspend payment of funds to Project Sigma immediately.
Greetings, Earthlings. I am one of your human men.
I am totally not an alien.
And that's just how he thinks that everybody greets people now. So he's going to start clapping whenever somebody enters a room.
Message, the shock of seeing you in the doorway. Risen from the dead like that, it's almost a miracle. As I explained, the officer was mistaken.
Thought he was about to give him like the Vulcan nerve pinch.
Yeah.
It pulled the slats right out from under old Ockett.
I know how to use chairs.
I'd say you planned it yourself.
Human
But if
chairs.
you'll excuse me, Hutch,
For my human
I have
bed.
some charts to prepare.
These are files, as you call them.
Human files.
Not at all, not at all. Make yourself comfortable.
Comfortable. Yes.
Please use the human door. These human files. I want this human radio.
Be a very serious matter at home and abroad. There was consternation in the United Nations Assembly when
Consternation in
Dr.
the
Van
United
Ponder appeared
Nations.
dramatically after his death had been announced to the Assembly. Upon his
Oh, my human ghost.
Oh. This is what soul radio meant in the 50s.
funds for Project Sigma.
Ah, hello, my human clone.
Oh, I get it. When he listens to the radio in stereo, he becomes in stereo himself. I think I'm a scientist now.
Full speed on Sigma.
As Un gives blessing. Ah,
They
yes.
proceed with their plans. Our warning did not deter them. I propose a stronger warning.
We're here to
My
look at your fourth
Domino's
phone.
pizza.
Come in. Excuse me, Van. Oh, I thought I heard you talking to somebody. No, Dave. Quite alone.
No dick.
I was wondering if I could ask you
I thought he said no, dear.
Oh,
I have it turned down slightly so I can hear you guys, you know.
well, that's a mistake.
It's about Sybil. Miss Carrington.
She volunteered for this job, Van, because she has great admiration for you.
And the faith that you'll probably succeed where the others have failed. But you and I know what our chances of returning are. Do you agree with our Cobb? That it's a suicide mission? I didn't say that. If I did,
I just implied that with numbers and
but I know the
odds.
dangers involved, and I think you should order Sybil to stay behind. Miss Carrington is a very intelligent young woman.
Through early morning space I see
Doctor,
visions of the plastic sheet. Oh, good. The other radio.
Earthquakes and volcanic eruptions in unheard of numbers bursting out all over the world. Foreign Minister Slurdoff first accused the United States of
First
triggering
Minister
the fires that
Slurdoff.
broke out in his country
First
by nuclear
Minister.
means, until convinced that similar holocausts were occurring
Called
without
Roger
visible
Corman when he
cause
was
through
drunk.
this
What should we
and
name
other
the
nations
ministers?
as well. There have been suggestions that these disasters are a follow-up of the warning purporting to come from outer space.
Warning from space? Oh no, this is War of the Satellites. Sorry.
Who demanded that humans desist from attempts at
Through
space
early
travel.
morning
The strange
tsunamis
message was dismissed as a
I
hoax
see
by the United Nations Security Council at the
fissures
time, but many
and
responsible
things to
persons
be.
believe that it should have been
Big
taken
trees
seriously.
that all will
Just a
fall
moment, ladies and
on
gentlemen.
me.
A bulletin has been handed me. Reports are
A
coming in
bulletin
from
has been handed me.
Ships sunk, all occurring at
It
the same
says.
instant. This is a bulletin. There can be no
I don't think we can say
coincidence here.
that word on
These
YouTube
terrible
anymore.
events are
No.
purposeful and
Unaliving is painless.
It brings on many, not the same is.
Yes, we've been listening. Well, what can we do? We've got to quit. I know it's disappointing. How do you think I feel?
She's wearing a scarf.
Yes, I know.
This has been Fashion with Shaggy P.
That's just an awkward way to wear a scarf.
You did like a Shatner pause on it, though.
I'll send him over with the statement you can read on the floor.
She's wearing,
Why can't I see her throat?
Man, you're not giving
Is
up.
something wrong? Did
We're
she
up against a race of beings whose
Is
intelligence
she-
neck in some way?
Is she hiding her vampire bites?
We have the
Perhaps
choice to
Dick Miller
continue
and
to
her
exist
got
under
into
whatever
a
conditions they may name,
bit of a
or
fling.
being exterminated. It's that simple.
Dude, that rocket lamp in the background there is actually really cool.
Sybil?
Not
I
the
want you to
actual
attack us
rocket, the
immediately.
lamp that's kind of shaped like a
Oh,
rocket to
okay.
the right of the rocket.
I thought that the rocket lamp was the rocket,
Well, I guess that
Nah.
puts the wraps on Sybil.
and I was like, oh, okay, you want one of those? I'm sure we can make
Punch the
one.
knife.
No, I want the lamp.
All right, you want a rocket?
Give the report. I haven't got the heart for it. I'm sick.
Kinda. Probably get a
Tall
rocket
space.
easier than I could get that lamp. Oh, damn it, Nick's Reagan and
Nick's
how my
Reagan.
colleagues and I warned of the dire consequences if we ignore this ultimatum. We are
If we ignore
obviously
this
in the
tomato.
grip of a force stronger than we can oppose.
I noticed that the delegate from the United States has chosen not to be present. Well,
he
Mr.
was
United
killed in a
States
car
President,
accident.
Don't you agree that we must immediately give up this insane project as a matter of pure naked survival?
Naked survival. Band closed.
Apologies for his unfortunate absence from this important meeting.
I mean, that's one of those reality
He sent me
shows,
with a
right?
message that expresses not only his views,
Naked survival.
but the views of Dr. Van
Yeah.
Pond, the head of Project
Naked and Afraid, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
The delegate has spoken of
referencing
naked
something from MTV.
No.
Gentlemen, you do not survive by
I love the guy
abject
who's
surrender.
holding the headphones up to the side of his head.
Nations and worlds
Yeah,
must fight
I
this.
initially had a problem with it. I'm like, oh wait, there's probably people listening in translators.
This alien planet full control over our actions and our lives for mere survival. Won't they decide to take even that away from us? Now, the gentlemen here ask themselves why these aliens are so concerned that we do not penetrate the Sigma barrier. Isn't it peculiar that this action alone excites them to retaliation? They consider us a danger to them if we break out of quarantine, as they so tactfully put it. They haven't even bothered to find out whether our motives are peaceful or not. They don't know that we would collaborate and share knowledge. Treat them as equal partners in the universe.
Sorry, I'm really bothered
Can't
by
show
this
them
guy
this
because they just want to break quarantine.
No, it is precisely because they do not wish us to travel the skies that we must do so. Gentlemen, we must proceed with Project Sigma at all costs.
Thanks, Jack Black. Yay, the only woman in the room smiled at him.
I'm gonna go for.
And what looked like certain defeat for Project Sigma was turned into a brilliant vindication by the impassioned address of an emissary representing both Delegate Hotchkiss and Dr. Van Ponder.
Dr. Van car fell into the ponder. Dr. Van drowned in the ponder. Dr. Van.
Radiation density at 1,500 miles.
Yeah,
10 to the
yeah, I
minus
don't get
27.
it because he was driving a car, not a van.
2,000 miles. 10 to the minus 30.
True.
2,500 miles.
Dr. Car Sinker.
How did you get here?
And we've been sweating it out here for the past 3 hours.
Well, that's funny because I could have sworn I just saw you over the proving ground.
I guess the pace is getting too much for you, Johnny. The eyes go first. Van here will probably be next. He's been working like twins.
Triplets is more like it. Oh, I just came to tell Dave that the new solenoids have arrived. We're testing them now.
Okay, Johnny, I'll check them later. You know, Van, I would have sworn you'd take my head
Does he
over
get
that stunt
paid
pulled at the Security
triple
Council.
for being 3 people?
On the contrary, Dave.
It doesn't work for me.
I don't know what got into me to give way as I did. I'm in your debt for saving Project Sigma.
Do you still have that growth on your arm? You know, you ought to take care of that, Van. Those things can be dangerous.
Dr. Van Ponder.
Christ, it's like
You
a...
are wanted in reactor construction area.
Like an ink blot?
I better get over there. Dave, I'd like you to...
Wait, you got a stigmata?
What's the matter?
Nothing, Van.
Well, you can handle the rest of these reports, can't you?
Sure. I'll see you later.
All right.
Ah, both arms.
He's got warts on all over his body.
Susan said to call her if I ever saw spots on 2 arms. Writing down license plates, cause I'll be a cop someday. Oh, that's a little sideways, but otherwise it looks fine. Pretty good trash can frame there, Steve.
You wanted to see me, John?
Yes, Doctor.
Oh, just
These
what?
new solenoids,
You
they're
could turn the.
not testing up the
Why'd you
capacitor
get
resistance.
with blowtorch? You get,
How do they
you
test?
turn
8
the.
ohms maximum should be
Uh,
D75.
oh
See, I
my!
added this extra
I don't
coil.
think it matters very much. Every element of the reactor is geared to a 6-to-1 safety factor.
Look out. Good Lord, I'll get a doctor.
No! John!
Well, gonna have to kill him.
That was grisly as.
Uh-huh.
Didn't expect that out of this. Ah, damn it! Where am I gonna find a new hand? All right, I'm from space.
Piccolo. Ew.
Jesus. Pork chop sandwiches.
Oh. I'll just massage the burned parts away.
Alright, now I have a fist for punching. Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of waxy.
Looking a little,
Dr. Lazar, emergency in reactor area. Come at once.
Rem Lazar?
Now fix that spot on your arm.
And a little birdie flies away. Oh,
Let me look at that hand, Van. What kind of a joke is this?
Would you mind explaining what this is all about?
Well, sure. John came rushing in, said you'd burned your hand. Burned it off, he said.
With the torch, I saw it.
Quite obviously, he's mistaken.
Yes, I should think he is.
We were examining these solenoids. Suddenly he screamed and ran from the room.
I see. Well, he's been under a lot of pressure.
well,
I'm surprised there hasn't been more of this sort of
let's
thing.
gaslight this guy
What are you talking
after I
about?
lit myself on fire with
Not
gas.
clear, my boy. I'm afraid you're right.
But you can't negate what I
Come
saw.
on now. I'm sure Dr. Van Ponder...
But I
has worked.
saw it with my own eyes in the flame of that torch. And he didn't even feel it.
John.
There's something about you. You're not human.
John, stop it.
All right, I'll go. But I know what I saw.
Perhaps you see too much, John.
Perhaps I'll silence you forever.
You know, not the most human response there, Mr. Human.
Day 3. The humans suspect nothing.
Oh, well, no wonder his car wrecked. He went to an auto wrecking place.
Oh, yeah. Those bias ply tires, man, they'll get you every time. Bum, bum, bum. This one's all burny. It's all made of paper. Liverwurst sandwiches.
Hello?
Hello, Sybil. This is Dave. Look, I know it's a little late, but this is kind of important.
Dave, where have you been? They've been trying to locate you everywhere. We blast off at 23:30.
23:30?
Van, advance the time. You've just got 45 minutes. You better step on it.
Look, Sybil, meet me at the launching site. I've got to speak to you.
Dave, stop wasting time. Hurry.
Maybe at the launching site. There's no time. Get to the launching site.
Ooh, 3 rockets. We've called this one the Penetrator. We've called this one the Burster.
And this one's the Kobayashi Maru.
Yeah, we've called this one Splody.
Final crew call.
Alright, I've got my stupid jumpsuit.
Sybil, I've got to talk to you. It's important.
Rocket 1, minus 6
We don't have much time, Dave.
We've got plenty of time. They're just
Dick
going for
Miller's
Rocket
got
1.
some
You were scheduled for Rocket 2
got some
with
ass
me.
on him there.
Van made the switch.
Van made the switch. Sybil, you can't go with him.
He must have had a reason.
He's got childbearing hips.
I have some unfortunate news.
That's why I'm surprised.
Correction on the calculation.
Okay.
Checking in, sir.
All right, Bennett.
Is one of his clones going to get on there with him?
They all zipped up.
Ready, Van?
I thought you grounded him.
Oh, no, he's perfectly okay. I checked him out thoroughly. Even gave up your hallucination, didn't you, John?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry I caused trouble, sir.
You see, just as good as new. And astronautical engineers don't grow on trees, do they?
On my home planet, no, they don't.
No, they don't. But I'll see you on board.
Yes, sir.
See you, man.
Rocket 1, minus 4 minutes.
Dr. Van Ponder wanted in general control.
Dr. Van Ponder, you're wanted on board Rocket 1 immediately.
Dr. Van
I
Donder.
can't be in 2 places at once. Or maybe...
Oh, yeah. I can.
Minus 3 minutes. Crew stations, all Rocket 1 personnel.
Wow. Okay. He actually did the split thing. I mean...
He did it without a radio, even.
He's evolving.
Like, the fact that he would do that for the humans calls.
All unauthorized personnel, clear launching area.
I don't want to be authorized anymore.
I wouldn't want to be authorized if it meant standing on... Ooh, nice space chairs.
I want those chairs.
I would totally go to space in one of those.
I would... Yeah, you name it, I'll do it in those chairs.
The angle might be a little difficult sometimes, though, but...
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, well, hey, there's a... On the wall there is,
A lever for pulling.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with that.
All instruments checked out? Everything all right? Good. I'm depending on you.
Yes, sir.
I'm in that rocket right now, and I need you. Oh, this is the rocket. Never mind.
Time to get in my super comfy, awesome chair that I love.
I love seat belts on things that aren't really attached to the floor.
Yeah. Now kiss.
Trip, John.
Yes, sir.
Don't light your hand on fire while I'm up there.
Bam.
Ooh.
No.
This chair's
That's
got
how they
even
get
cooler.
out. Man, I want one of those.
They put the bricks on the door in sideways.
Door is clearly a single sheet of 4x8 with cinder blocks painted on it.
9, 8, 7, 6.
They look so bored. They just look nervous, and they just look bored.
I didn't get a round trip ticket.
I'm so tired of these space missions. That effect makes me miss Godzilla movies.
Yep, smartest man on Earth, Dick Miller. I would believe that, in fact.
Minus 10 minutes.
I think the R stands for rocket.
It's either Rocket or Reagan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Watching that chair slide forward slightly makes the seatbelt funnier.
I love it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold on to your elbows.
On your elbows, we're going to space.
Look, good thing you have a camera there and it's up on top of space
Rocket
tower.
1, second stage.
Kablamo.
Fire.
Ah, yes, physics.
Rocket 2, second stage. Fire.
Ah, more physics.
Rocket 3, second stage. Fire. Rocket 1,
Oh, I wanted
third
to see
stage.
that.
Yeah, really.
Fire.
They could only afford 2 shots of it. Oh, never mind.
Rocket 1 approaching rendezvous point.
Okay, break.
Rocket 2 converging. Rocket 3 converging.
I think somebody shot needles into Jello.
That's why. That's why they needed the seatbelts, I guess.
Sorts of things don't need seatbelts in space.
Well, that one at least looks like it. Those at least look like Sputniks. By our powers combined, we form a fissile core.
Ah, yes, Voltron the Sputnik.
Voltronnik. Sputron.
I don't want you to ever say that again.
Contact completed. Ship in orbit.
Cool, we've made a satellite.
Ground control handing over.
Major Tom signing out.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Ah, my neck is still attached.
Satellite
That's
control
good.
taking over.
Better than the last flight.
Up antenna.
Alright, you can let go of your elbows now.
Where? Is that the periscope?
I think so.
Activate gravity control.
I guess their microphone controls are in there.
Oh,
Gravity control on.
Okay, yeah.
Feedback interlock on automatic.
Feedback interlock on automatic.
Orient solar aspect cells.
Is that
Solar aspect cells on.
Solar aspect spells.
Automate robot control.
Robots.
robot? All right.
Robot control on.
Well, this I'm out.
Clocking out for the day?
Time to go gaslight John some more.
I'm glad to see the Tsar was right about your surviving the blast off.
How are you, Doctor?
No, lower. Oh.
I've partially inactivated your muscular system.
What?
There's no time to be more explicit. I have no desire to harm you. However, necessity governs action. The warning from outer space was valid. It came from a superior intelligence. An intelligence able to transform energy into matter and back again. You once
Space
told me I was
Einstein.
inhuman. You were correct. I am above the human.
Well, we're in space right now. You're all above the humans.
You're also the tallest person here.
This satellite will never return to Earth. Its disintegration upon contact with the energy barrier will end Project Sigma and all similar projects to come. The creatures of your planet are not yet ready for space.
Who are you to decide?
We have only your best interests at heart. In this
That's
realm
why
of
we're
outer
murdering
space,
you.
You are mere children. And it is disastrous for children to enter areas where they have so little understanding. John, I can offer you the opportunity of joining us.
You can go to hell. I was born a human and I'll die one before I'll join a race that kills innocent people for abstract ideas.
Abstract ideas.
That's tough talk coming from an Aryan.
You've made your decision. One I'm certain you'll deeply regret. Or only death
He's not going to regret it. He'll be dead.
I have exploded your bowels.
I have enlimped you.
Stan, I thought I heard.
John is.
He liked
that's
it that
the
much, he passed out. Give him a cigarette, please.
You should,
He couldn't stand the acceleration. I knew he should have stayed behind.
You forgot to clutch his elbows. All the blood ran to his fingertips. That's why his hands are so huge now.
Oh, I need one of those hallways in my house.
Oh, there's the
lever.
Yeah, lever.
Clearly a lever. Pull it.
Definitely. Pull it very fast, several times.
Let's say you activate the lever.
Orbiting on schedule, sir. Fine.
Oh, you can even see the lever in this shot.
This is the captain speaking. We have successfully completed the first phase of our mission, and I wish to congratulate all members of the crew. I can now reveal to you the plan by which we hope to overcome the cosmic accumulations which have destroyed all of our previous manned satellites. The plan consists of 2 steps. Step 1 has already been accomplished. This called for a blast velocity of over 1,000 times that of our previous satellites. A force which has carried us into an orbit far beyond the moon. At our present velocity, this cosmic mass, if encountered, will act as a solid, impenetrable wall. However, at the first indication of this mass, or Sigma barrier as we call
Okay,
it,
more lots of sirens happening at my place.
Oh no.
Happens every time we record anymore.
This is the 3rd time
At this
tonight.
time, we have accumulated enough solar energy for 750 miles per second. We shall be able to blast through the barrier.
It's pretty
And
quick.
in so doing, destroy it. Should the barrier appear before we have reached the requisite velocity, we shall take immediate action to avoid it.
Dave, what are you doing here? You should be in operation.
I'm daving.
I regret to
I can't
inform
do
you
that,
there has
Dave.
been one casualty. Astronautical engineer John Campo was found dead. Apparently the result of blast-off acceleration. All hands not on duty will attend the space funeral at 1400
Space funeral.
Space funeral. Space funeral.
I think that's a game.
He's not human.
Is now.
No, I think it's a.
I saw him. He's split in two. He's been seen in two places at the same time.
Why aren't you at your post?
What happened to
Yeah.
Johnny? Did you kill him?
Space funeral is
Out of
yeah.
space with one man dead.
It's an indie game that apparently has really awesome
You
music.
to quarters. So I'm giving you another chance. We'll say no more about your accusation. But I warn you. Get out of line just once more, and I shall take the necessary measures. I remind you that I am the captain of this ship.
Yeah, because it has Philip and Leghorst as the main characters. That's why I remember it.
Command. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Sorry, I missed the plot because I was thinking about Space Funeral.
Please forgive him.
I got totally distracted by
There's no room for
nothing because his monotone. He's just like, I am alien, we're intimidating, we're really monotonous. My butt zippers are too tight.
Where are the doorknobs in space?
That's a good question, actually. Ah, you can see the 17-mile tall mountains in Mexico.
This is a sad duty we must perform.
Everybody take a duty on his body. It is the space way.
We must think of him as one who gave his life in a noble endeavor.
Ah, they won't notice while looking right at us that we leave.
Well, I feel it's all my fault.
Yeah, hated that guy.
Should have taped his hands to his elbows.
Wrong with him. That's the curious thing. I was extra cautious. I double-checked every test. There's just no reason why he should have died from the same acceleration we all took. His training record was better
It's
than
almost
most.
like he died of
He was murdered.
murder.
Murdered? Look, Johnny knew something dangerous. Something he shouldn't have known, and he was killed for it.
And so we commend his
I
body.
really don't think
to the depths of
Dick Miller is
space.
wearing a suit tailored for men. Like, it doesn't fit him.
Okay, are they just throwing him out the hatch? Is that how
I think
space
they
funerals
are,
work?
yeah. So they did for
No,
Spock.
it's the torpedo tube.
But instead of being in a torpedo, he's just
Somebody
in a
grabbed
trash
him from
bag?
down there and
it's a
lowered
good-
him down.
There's a good thing there was a guy down there to catch it.
There, fire torpedo. Oh, fire the dude.
Fire the dude.
There's something different about it.
They could have
You're
just fired him.
fired.
They could have fired him instead of killed him. That would have been fine.
Yeah, like right before they fire him.
Means nothing, Dave. Everybody's face is slightly ashy.
Yeah.
Yes, but not Dan's. I've been watching it. Here's something else. You got a magnifying glass? Yes. Sybil, I'm glad you're here. I'd like you to see this, too.
Dave, you're disobeying orders.
Orders? From Van? Don't you realize he's trying to destroy us all? These are Van's prints. They're identical. Mirror images.
He's got 2 fingers.
What does that mean?
What I've been trying to tell you. This is not Van.
Dave!
It's true. I saw Van's car. It was burnt to a crisp.
You saw the van
Over
car?
the license plates. I checked those out. Van died in that car.
Van,
This man's a substitute. A
Van
copy of
died
the real Van.
in the radio car.
You don't expect me to believe that fantastic nonsense.
Van
Is it
Ponder
fantastic that there's an
died in the
intelligent race out there that
radio
stops at nothing
car.
to keep us
It doesn't
quarantined on
quite
our own
work.
planet? Is the Sigma barrier fantastic? They've destroyed every ship we sent up, and now through him they mean to destroy this one. Could those prints lie?
You know, ever since his accident, Ben has always found some excuse to keep me from giving him a routine checkup. I haven't even checked his heart.
It's quite possible he doesn't have one.
But
He
I'll
has
find
3.
out, and we'll know for sure.
One for Earth.
One for each telephone.
Nice
Oh, hello,
space
Howard.
desk.
Hi, Van. What can I do for you?
Goes well with
it's
the
time
space
for a
arches.
checkup.
Yeah.
I have to check your
It
heart.
matches the paintings.
Let's go on the report.
Or matches the paint. Everything is color coordinated to gray.
Yes, but I'm not so sure the board will take my word for it.
The
You
Borg?
fellows read the information.
Yeah.
It's up to me to read a human being.
Finally,
what's
something
nice.
makes sense.
Intergalactic prophylactic planetary intergalactic prophylactic
I guess we'll have to put it
planetary
off.
intergalactic.
No. I'll wait.
All right, Howard. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Some really convenient kidney access on the back of those jumpsuits. Like, I don't know why you would need to directly access your kidneys through a spacesuit, but I'll bet the aliens know why.
In case you need to drain them directly.
Some action heads,
Yeah.
the dial's racking up.
But it's still pretty faint. Could be cosmic dust. Keep your eye on it. If it continues to build, call me.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go split into more people in the other room.
What do you make of that?
Cosmic dust.
Space mitosis.
An idiot.
I'm gonna go. Forgot to harvest John's heart and plant it in my body so I can pass the physical. Damn it.
Nope, time to piss. Oh, speaking, I meant him, but now me too, so be right back.
You're gonna miss him splitting again.
No!
1, 2, 3, mitosis!
Oh,
no,
man, he's tilting the spaceship with his nipples.
He's willing himself
Okay, I
hard.
saw that pose and couldn't leave yet.
Don't make me play this
Oh,
horrible
God.
flute thing again.
He's gonna heart punch himself.
It's a little fast.
Okay, now I have to go.
I'm experiencing heart for the first time. It is terrifying.
This is what it means to feel.
Maybe I should have included blood. Kohaku's asking me about the whistling.
Is he like going to learn how to empathize with humans because he has a heartbeat? Is that the plot?
I hope so.
That's appropriately stupid, I guess. Oh, now he has indigestion. Now that he has a heart.
Place is still tilted. Is this
Speak
what
to me
having a
of-
heart is about?
Oh, libido.
Captain,
Captain, do you have to be so formal?
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm a little hurt. I thought we knew each other better. Better than that, anyway. I've been wanting to talk to you about...
Oh, boy. This is where it sucks.
Put this flute back because I'm tempted to play it again.
Hmm.
I'm in the middle of a computation.
Half an hour, then.
Well, I got 15 minutes left in the movie. You ain't gonna get that.
Wait just a goddamn minute. I'm not a doctor. Doing lines off his driver's license.
Perfectly symmetrical, like all spacemen should be.
All right, Doctor. You wanted to listen to my heart? Proceed. I have work to do. You know, I might almost believe you thought I didn't have a heart.
Everybody has a heart.
Big Boyle put you up to this, I suppose.
Put me up to what?
Quite typical of the childish mind. I'm sorry, Howard, but I have no more time to waste.
What do you mean?
You're a man of science.
Are you gonna...
What would you do if a guinea pig got out of control and threatened to ruin one of your
Are
experiments?
you gonna kill him
John,
after you took the time to make yourself a heart?
What is this?
Oh no, he's thinking differently about it because he knows what it means to be human. Oh, never mind.
I guess he can't alien anymore because he has a heart? So
No, he's developed a fetish.
Fetishes come from the heart after all.
That was a relatively clever twist, actually.
Did you just fart?
Where's the doctor? We need him. He's got to.
I'm issuing an order for the arrest of one of the crew.
Sir?
I've discovered that John Campo did not die of natural causes. He was murdered. I want Staff Engineer Dave Boyer brought to my quarters immediately. You may use force if necessary.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you perform the autopsy? From space?
Space topsy.
Dave, I just saw Van. He seems so strange. I don't know what to think anymore. Maybe you're right.
I know I'm right. I've got to stop him somehow.
Dave, please.
Look, I'm going after Van. You go to Dr. Lazar and stay with him. I don't want you here alone.
You're under arrest by order of the captain.
What for?
No questions. Let's go.
I got my space gun.
Get to Dr. Lazar. Tell him what happened.
This thing can hold 7 bullets like a real space gun.
Yes. That's a good thing to have on a spaceship that presumably is, you know, made like most spaceships in the 50s were and 60s.
Stages are going higher. Check the business.
With hopes and dreams.
And like tinfoil and
fishing line.
Better call Van Ponder.
What for? He already told you
stop
it was cosmic
motion.
dust.
yeah,
Sure, cosmic dust.
and really good brakes.
Defy the laws of physics.
I mean, when a spaceship can stop faster than the average car, you're doing something wrong.
He's like, oh no, don't mind me, just throw another space funeral.
Leghorns.
Now I gotta throw the only person I like out the airlock.
Stop tilting the hallways. I need to walk through these. Solar energy room. Do not enter. You will get stunned.
Oh yeah. I bet she didn't go in here.
I just want to talk to you.
Why were you giving that man a cosmic swirly? I couldn't remember the word. I bet it said wedgie.
Cosmic Swedgely.
I just want to talk to you.
With my
Sybil.
face.
I need you to pull a lever. Gun. Oh. Well, the gun didn't do a lot of good, did it?
That's how you defend against guns.
Yes.
Who stops
Punch
bad
them and
guys
take
with
the gun.
guns?
No choice.
Good guys with fists.
I couldn't permit him to endanger the ship.
Dick Miller with a fist. That's how you stop a guy with a gun.
I'm human now, Sybil. I need you.
Captain, the prisoner has escaped.
Don't you see,
What?
Alert all hands.
The satellite is in sector H9, and in sector H12 is the barrier.
They're heading for it.
And let us say, rather, the barrier is forming where the satellite is bound to travel.
Ah, it's heading
Man
for
knows
that.
what he's doing. He'll avoid it.
Well, let us hope so. At least this time, let's hope so.
If only we could communicate with the satellite.
Let's shoot the barrier. With guns.
It's
Yeah,
not the
this
worst
time he has
idea.
a gun, it'll be okay.
I'm sorry.
I mean, for all we know, the aliens never
There's
invented
no
projectile
alternative.
weapons.
So they're like the Jedi?
Astrogator to captain.
Yeah.
Why do you... Captain speaking.
Magneto Nebula's cloud mass forming dead ahead.
What now?
Magneto. The X-Man.
Magneto
is building to critical points. Suspect
Magneto
signal
Nebulous.
Magneto Nebulous.
Sybil,
Captain, Sigma barrier dead ahead. We're bearing down rapidly. Awaiting orders. Repeat, awaiting orders.
Remain on course.
We can't not go.
What's the matter with old Iron Pants?
Iron Pants.
If you don't get on the ball, this $3 billion balloon's gonna go bust.
Not only that, we're in it.
Speaking of going bust,
Request
Susan.
further orders.
Remain on
Pull
course.
my lever.
I want you to massage my kidneys. That's the only part of my body you can access easily through this suit.
All 4 of my kidneys.
Yes.
Whoa.
Sybil, I want you to understand.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day on Rapthlanot's 9?
Who are you? What are you?
What am I? Why, I'm human. Because of you, I'm human.
This guy, however...
He split off the alien part.
Yeah, he's wearing eyeshadow. That means he's the bad guy.
He didn't have time to grow in the goatee.
This is before they came up with that. They're like, oh, only women wear eyeshadow? That might make me gay.
Yes, and we all know homosexuals are megalomaniacal.
We all know homosexuals are Megan.
Yes.
In the 50s, you know, they were awful, so...
I mean, I knew a homosexual named Megan once, so, you know, checks out.
Oh, that's good.
Alpha 102. Beta 147. Gamma 208. Thermo 477. Radiation 862.
Sunk my battleship.
Passing quadrant 3, sector 9. Estimate
Quadrant.
collision course. Collision time estimate 5 minutes.
Activate Plan B. Plan B. Reverse that.
Plan, don't be a bitch.
Don't be a fool.
That's close.
You can't hurt me with that.
Aw, man.
Space bullets?
I just regrew the skin on this hand.
For the love of Pete, you're running us right into that thing.
He does have a
Got a
stigmata.
better idea?
Badass.
You can be stopped.
Don't throw it in his face or anything.
Thermo up, radiation up. Alpha, beta, and gamma going up. Sky speed, we're decelerating.
Just following orders. Ours is but to do and die.
Die, you've said it. Crash emergency, dead ahead.
Heading space for the saran wrap.
Oh no, right in my vulnerable kidneys that nobody can get to in time to say, oh wait.
Oh.
Imagine how scary that would be, having somebody just hunch over and, like, charge at you.
And then die.
Yeah. I mean, it knocked her out of fear.
Barrier dead ahead. Crash emergency.
Reverse previous order. Ditch Plan B. Activate Plan A.
Ditch Plan B.
Plan A.
Pull the Plan A lever.
Use the brakes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's more like it. Hang on, boy. We ain't out of the woods
Oh,
yet.
is this thing not stopped that well?
They used up all the braking
They
thrusters.
used up all the brake fluid on the...
The brake fluid.
Well, okay.
Oh, I was going to say, they left the gun next to him. He could wake up and kill them all.
No, he took the bullets, though, so he can figure out how to defend from guns later. I guess.
Plan C is gonna go way better.
I just noticed the column in that room. The concrete at the bottom of it was cracked. No, crank the sun up higher.
Yeah, I mean, they filmed this in Roger Corman's basement, so...
Well,
Ah, that's what the sun sounds like. I always wondered.
All hands secure for blast.
I swear there were words on the wall as it flashed, but I couldn't
All
read
hands
them.
secure. Blast in 120 seconds.
Is that 120 seconds or one, like,
One
interval
times
of 20
20
seconds? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, wait. They didn't have clocks precise enough to measure single seconds in the 50s. So they...
Oh, jeez. We're going to have to
They
put
had
a seizure
20-second
warning at the front of this
clocks.
video.
Yeah.
Oh, seizure warning.
Yeah, really.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, keep turning these knobs. Maybe that dial will go backwards.
Blast in 10 seconds. 9, 8,
7-er.
There's no time. Get in my lap.
5,
Yeah.
4, 3.
Hang on to your kidneys. I mean elbows. How do you... Oh, no, don't hang on to my elbows. Oh, God.
Broken arm. Oh, okay.
Good. They assumed the position. All is well. That's the descending scale from the beginning of the movie. This must be where they succeeded.
Alright, full reverse of the probe.
I wish I knew what was happening.
They decided not to fly into the space saran wrap, I guess.
I can't really tell. They turned up the sun really high. And now they're blasting.
Turn off that damn sun!
Destroyed. I'm not so sure, Hodgkiss. We can still hear the solar blast. Look!
Hey, nothing. That's what we wanted to find.
Sigma calling. Sigma calling. UN satellite control. Do you read me? Do you read me?
UNSC calling Sigma. We read you, Sigma. We read you.
We are passing through Andromeda at the speed of light.
Andromeda?
You are? What?
The whole universe is our new frontier.
Huh?
Oh.
We... Hold on. We did what?
You,
They're traveling the speed of light, so, you know, time dilation.
Yeah, and you can see the strings holding up the stars, too, at that speed.
Yeah.
Oh crap, we're gonna make lizard babies.
Oh god, the moon!
That's what's Andromeda.
Meanwhile, back at the incredibly tall mountains of Mexico.
The end.
Meanwhile, the end.
Look at how tiny and pathetic Florida is.
Oh. I don't even think I can rate that. Like, what?
That was exceptionally...
That was a movie.
That was exceptionally uninformed, that movie was. Even for the 50s.
I'm gonna give it an R1 out of 10.
I think I'm more impressed than anything else that they got space that wrong. Like I don't feel any sort of like, you know, disdain or judgment. I'm just bewildered that they accomplished that level of complete not actuality. I was very entertained. 6 out of 10. That's all I got.
All right, Squadrick?
I'm going to go with a 50-50, because, I mean, I wasn't not entertained, but it wasn't a thing I could make it through by myself.
No, I would need a reason to watch it.
Yep.
Which,
well, this was the reason.
Yep.
And
It was.
now that it's over, you all have no more reason to watch it. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, everybody.
Why do we watch?